Vietnamese steamed meat pie in Thuy Hang's very own touch. Who says a meat pie can't be extremely low in fat? Well, I do. I have to admit, I've never tasted such a tasty, low-fat, and healthy steamed meat pie. I don't have a minute to waste if I want to devour this dish. Let's cook 8 grams of dried shrimps, 8 grams of sliced dried shiitake mushrooms, 7 grams of sliced dry auricula judea mushrooms. If you have whole dried mushrooms, simply slice them after softened and cooked. Cover and bring to a boil over maximum heat for, let's say, 5 minutes. You see how soft it is after 5 minutes under maximum boiling? When draining hot ingredients, prioritize stainless steel strainers over plastic ones for health concerns. The total of banana leaves have to be sufficient to layer twice the entire bottom and inner edge of a round heat-proof plate, measuring 1 1/3 to 1 1/2 inch of thickness by 9 inches in diameter, just like the one you see at my left. Simply wash and drain the banana leaves. I find them sold frozen in any Asian grocery stores. For the filling, here's 1.5 cups of organic minced pork, which can be substituted with minced turkey or chicken. 1/4 cup of fresh onions or shallots, cut finely. 2 to 3 fresh chopped green onions. 1/2 tablespoon of fresh minced garlic clove. 1 1/2 tablespoon of nuoc mam. Pepper to taste. In a non-stick frying pan, heat 1/2 teaspoon of coconut oil and start by sweating the onions. Then the organic minced pork, or minced turkey or chicken if you wish. Low down the heat, halfway between medium-high and maximum heat. Stir the meat for 1 minute before adding green onions. Garlic, nuoc mam, and freshly ground pepper to taste. Continue to stir 2 to 4 minutes and remove the frying pan from the heat. For those not wanting to use any appliances to grind, simply chop finely the mushrooms and the shrimps. Otherwise, in your chosen electric appliance, grind the drained mushrooms and shrimps before mixing it to the filling. I use here a 1-tray steamer pot. Fill half of the bottom with water. Perfect! This kitchen tool is ready. Let's move on with the gluten and fat-free rice dough, which is more healthy than a traditional short pastry dough. No matter the various rice flour brand, the ones that give the appropriate result for this recipe are only sold in 400-gram small plastic bag available in any Asian grocery stores. Okay, be careful with the measures. Blend 73 grams or half cup and 1 tablespoon of rice flour, 60 grams or 1/3 of a cup of mung bean starch, and you can also use tapioca or cornstarch for an alternative. Then 850 milliliters or 28 ounces of room temperature water and use a whisk. Turn on heat halfway between medium and maximum. Remember to stir constantly to assure a smooth, thick lump-free texture. Continue to stir. Stir constantly. Oh, it starts to thicken. Once the consistency begins to thicken, immediately turn off or remove the pot from the stovetop by stirring vigorously for about 30 seconds. See, this is the ideal consistency. I think we did this step previously already. Cover the entire surface of the plate just like this. Pour half of the dough. Make sure to have a uniform thickness by spreading it evenly without moving the leaves underneath. Pour the entire filling. Spread evenly and gently to keep the dough underneath intact. Spread the dough from the middle to the edge. For this last layer, the secret to spread it nicely is to use the back of an oiled tablespoon. Again, make sure to have a uniform thickness of the dough. I use here an organic cooking oil. Cover the entire surface with these leaves. The steaming. Once it reaches boiling, allow it to cook for 1 hour and a half. Make sure to check the remaining water at least 1 to 2 times during cooking, and add some more water to fill half of the pot. Before serving, allow the plate to cool down completely to room temperature before cutting and serving. Because if it's still warm, the dough could stick to the knife blade. Remove all the top layer of the banana leaves. Serve by cutting into pie-shaped wedge. Leave the bottom layer of the leaves in the plate, since it's not meant to be eaten. One of my suggestions stated in the book is to eat it with hot red pepper paste or fresh chili pepper. I always like to add some freshness, so I have here fresh lemon juice, fresh Thai basil, coriander, and mint. Nuoc Mam dressing with Thuy Hang's own touch with some of my marinated carrots. It's optional though because this Vietnamese steamed meat pie can be eaten as is.